Tez Honcho, thanks for coming out and interviewing.
Thanks for having me.
How you doing?
I'm good. I'm glad we finally was able to get this together. You know, it's been some time in the working, so
Yeah, I know. The schedules and everything
yeah,
kind of been messed up.
yeah. I'm glad you do it though. Thanks for having
Yeah,
me.
no problem, no problem. So I do got a question for you.
What's
Are
up?
you an aspiring model?
Uh, I would say no.
No.
Yeah, because I had like a little modeling phase where I was like trying to do like runway stuff,
Mhm.
and I felt like I ain't really fit in.
Okay.
Like it wasn't my thing, and then it was just like another reason, like the way how they talk to the models and certain stuff. Like I got a really big personality, so it just wasn't work for me. So I wouldn't say I'm a model. I just feel like like taking pictures and image and everything that just comes with like being an entertainer. So like
Mhm.
you put a camera in front of me, like yeah, I'm gonna love to take some pictures, but no.
No. Okay. All right. All right. I get that vibe from you a little bit. I
Right.
like your swag and
You
stuff
feel
like
me?
that.
Relax.
So your name originally was Lil Tez before you switched it to Tez Honcho.
Mhm.
Um, Now I tried to find some old stuff of you under that name,
Mm.
and like you said in a previous interview, that because it's a name that
Yeah,
that
everybody got.
little,
Yeah.
everybody kind of got it. It was kind of hard to like find
Right.
some stuff on you. So Tez Honcho, I think the name really suits you well, actually. Because you seem pretty in charge of, what you're trying to do musically with both being an artist and hosting with your showcases, and then your brand, the Nights of No Sleep, but full of dreams.
Mhm.
Um, when do you feel you lived up to that name? Because you said you just changed it, to that on a whim. But when do you feel like, hell yeah, I am head honcho?
Uh, that's a good question. I probably would say like somewhere like during National Sleep maybe, just because that's been like my own baby that I created myself. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? So to watch it, be what it has become, and just accomplish certain things. Um, I would probably say like I don't know if it was like a specific time, but I'm pretty sure like the night where I was like, you know what, bro, like you a boss for real, like you gonna make
Mhm.
something happy, you gonna make something shake. I'm pretty sure it was one of those nights where it came from, and it's funny because the title of Nights No Sleep came from a night where I had hosted a showcase with BJ, and like that whole night I ended up like doubting myself the whole night, or just being in my feelings about like where I was at in my career or where I was going. And the next day I went to class, and we used to start off class, and my professor said like, where you coming from, and it could be something literal or figurative. And I was like, I'm coming from a night of no sleep full of dreams. And I think it's funny because usually after nights of no sleep, like I don't ever be like happy after, which is
Mhm.
weird. And I was just talking about that recently, but like I usually be like in my feelings or just like deep in my thoughts about where I want to be
Mhm.
or where I want to go or where I want the show to go or what I want to do differently or what I want to add on to it. So I feel like the show is definitely like a true testament of what the name is.
Okay, okay. So you said that you usually when you're, at a nights and no sleep, you kind of like in your feelings and stuff like that. So
Mm.
and listening to some of your music, and then even your recent project that you came out with this year
Mm-hmm.
called, what, it was
Tears.
Tears.
Yep.
Yep, in February of 2019. Sorry, last year. It's 2020. I
Mm-hmm.
got to get with the
Right.
with the date. Um but it seemed like, a lot of the music you kind of put out there is kind of like emotional, or you
Mm.
trying to like tell some deep story or something like
Right.
that. So is that the kind of person that you is?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's more so what I want to get into, like moving forward. I feel like I'm really tired of doing music to where I'm just shit talking. Like I wanna make the music that you gotta go through stuff to talk about. You
Okay.
know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm on. Cause that's honestly the kind of stuff I listen to. Like I
Mhm.
don't really listen to like a lot of the other kind of music. Like my best friend would say like I listen to depressing music all the time.
Depressing music,
Yeah.
like what? Is it
Uh,
is it like singing depressing music, or is it?
both.
But okay.
Like it's rappers that I listen to that's depressed. Like this is one artist named NF. I think he's from. I don't know where he's from, but I know he's from Michigan.
Mhm.
He's super duper dope, but he make like depression kind of music. I listen to like a lot of like R&B and stuff too.
Okay.
My favorite R&B artist is August Alsina, and he make a lot of music about life, which so I guess you can call that like depression music.
Mhm.
But yeah, that's the kind of music that I would say I want to make.
Is there a reason that you listen to that type of music?
Yeah, I just feel
Strictly.
like that kind of music helped me. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? It just feel good to know that somebody else that's in like a higher position is experiencing some of the same things that you are.
Mhm.
So yeah, I
Okay.
would say so.
Okay. Would you say you've been satisfied with the growth of your artistry thus far?
Definitely.
Yeah.
I started off doing music when I was a kid, like singing with my grandma. And then I think I got like a little bit older, and I was just like, bro, I can't really sing, so I'm gonna start rapping. And then I just started doing that. So for me to release tears and for me to be like back, I guess, to my essence and making music that I listen to, where I'm actually singing on or rapping about like deep emotional stuff and being vulnerable. I think I was proud of that, like, cause I was really even scared to release the project just because it was so different. But
Okay.
it was so true to self to where it was like, yeah, this is what I should be doing. So that's why I'm doing it again this year in February, doing another love
Okay.
song heartbreak project.
Yeah, so I mean that definitely is something that's different, especially like in Detroit and stuff like that. A lot of the music you hear is like kind of like uh, turn up or like trap house type music and stuff like that. How has it been, in Detroit putting out that music? Like, what's the feedback that you've been getting?
It's been good for real. Like a lot of people who, especially Waited is a song that a lot of people love, and I feel like I get nothing but good like feedback from it. And I think a thing that helps me is the fact that I'm an artist who puts on my own platforms. It allowed me to be able to control what I'm giving out instead of being a part of other people's platform. And it's like, yo, it's a showcase, and I'm trying to win it. So I'm gonna do my turn up records, and you know what I'm saying, because if I do my sad song, then it ain't gonna be the top pick of the night or something like that. You know what I'm saying? So for me to be the one that's orchestrating and putting it together, it's like, yo, if I want to do some sad shit tonight, people gonna fuck with it. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I can expose that music and not have that fear of like I might not win this showcase or you know what I'm saying, something like that.
Right.
So I feel like the reception has been well.
Okay. So was there have you had a moment in your music career where you questioned it entirely?
That's what I'm saying. All the time, more than people think, and it's usually after nights of no sleep.
Yeah.
I swear, like I feel like that's probably one thing that people may like. I guess like a big misconception about me. Like I might appear more confident than I actually am. Like I doubt this shit every day. I doubted this shit maybe on my way to this interview. Maybe you know what I'm saying. Like it's just like it's always that thought of like, is this for me or like am I doing like I don't know. I be overthinking a lot too. So
Yeah.
I say all the time, probably down there every day for real. But I know that this is like like what I'm here to do, and it's my passion. And I feel like my grandma told me that, you know what I'm saying? And then I also feel like, one thing I always say when I like speak to the youth or like do anything events when it come to me like speaking is I always say like don't let the work that comes with the work stop you from doing the work. And I feel like a lot of times we can get caught up with like a lot of stuff that comes with it, and there may be a lot of pressure on us. But if it's really what you love and really what you want to do,
Yeah.
you gotta do that. You gotta stick to it.
Yeah, I definitely understand that. That speaks some real truth. Don't let the work
That comes with the work stop you from doing the work.
exactly. 'Cause, like a lot of times, people, if you feel like there's like so much to do, it's almost like you just don't want to do nothing. You don't even want to deal with it then.
Yeah.
And that's how
And
you
I'm
kind of.
sure even you can relate to doing this. Like you interviewing different kind of people. You know what I'm saying? Those different kind of people, especially when we artists, we all got different egos. You know what I'm saying? Then you gotta deal with all that extra stuff or extra conversations that don't even gotta be held because they don't got nothing to do with what you really trying to do. And it's like, yo, I'm trying to do something good. I'm trying to create a platform for y'all.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And I gotta do all this extra stuff.
Right.
You feel me?
So let's talk about your platform. Nice and No Sleep but Full of Dreams. Now you said you came up with that just off of No Nice and No Sleep. So how has that platform been as far as putting that out there for the artists to kind of showcase themselves?
I think it's been dope. I think it has been able to grow to where it's helping more than just artists. It's just helping creators in general. You know what I'm saying? So even like a photographer that can come onto the show gets like a lot of networking when it comes to like networking with other artists, and then the show has expanded to where it's like now we got vendors that's coming through, you know what I'm saying? So now those businesses are getting exposure, and I've done like fashion shows, you know what I'm saying? So now we got local clothing designers that's getting exposure, or I did a show where we did like live painting. Now we got painting artists, visual artists that's getting that exposure. So I would say like it's helped a lot of people for real, and that's one thing that means the most to me is when I get that feedback of somebody being like, yo, because of your show, this down the third, or because of this platform, or this down the third. Like, that means a lot to me because I really want to do this just like for us. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm really trying to create something to build something, and I'm glad to see that it's becoming. I mean, it's still like more work that I got to do, more changes I got to make, but I feel like for the most part, it's becoming what I want it to be.
Now, with creating your own platform, sometimes you get those people who don't, kind of believe in what you're doing or who looking at you sideways because maybe you elevating further than what they doing. Have you had any experiences like that?
For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anything you can share?
No,
No.
no. But for sure though.
Yeah.
For sure.
So you also host your own shows.
Mhm.
I'm pretty sure you probably also have other hosts too, or do you mainly
Yeah.
host your own shows?
It's me and other people sometimes.
Okay.
Yep.
So I've been through a few showcases, and I think the one that I seen, the last one I seen you at was the I'm gonna get the name wrong. I already know. It's like the Michigan.
Was it the show with RJ Lamont?
Yes.
Where?
It was that one, yeah. And I
Mhm.
seen you come on there. Now the crowd was a little bit
Dry.
right.
Night.
They was not
Yeah.
trying to, interact or
With
nothing. You
nothing or
telling them
nobody.
like,
Yeah.
get loud for the artist that's about to come on stage. They, they just like standing there and stuff.
that DJ that night was kind of weird too. Like, I feel like you probably know when I got up there was like certain songs I was trying to turn it to and bro ain't have it. He wasn't playing it, so yeah, that was kind of a rough night.
Yeah.
But it was cool. Though. I was there for the opportunity. So shout out to RJ. But yeah.
So my question was like, how do you, when you get on stage like that and you got a crowd that's like cold as ice, how do you still make it through, and finish what you gotta do?
I don't know. I guess it's just like that extra little whatever, I don't even know what to call it, like that extra person just kick in and just be like, yo, you got a job to do, you know what I'm saying? You're gonna get this done, we're gonna make sure we have a good time and make sure you still enjoy it and try your best to like turn it up and change it, because I remember like when I first started doing shows and like I don't really host parties because I never really wanted to do the whole event hosting thing. Like I just wanted to be I wanted to be known for that first, you know what I'm saying? So I've literally like declined a lot of bags of like hosting parties when it was just like, no, if it ain't music related, I don't want to do it.
Right.
But it was a one time where I did the St. Patrick Day party or whatever, and it had like a couple people perform or whatever, so I was cool with doing it. And like that was probably my first time really where I was like, yo, I was able to control this crowd and like change the whole, like the energy in there just was different by the time the show was over. And I feel like you'd be proud of that as a host.
Yeah.
To be like, yo, I chose the right songs, or even as a DJ, like you'll be proud of that, like I chose the right songs to play, or I did the right, like acapella part, then we dropped the beat at the right spot so it had people moving a little bit or anything to where it's like you were able to make that change, and the people had a good time simply because you was the one that was booked to host this event. So I feel like I'd be proud of those kind of moments because I specifically remember that night where I was like, yo, you could do this hosting shit for real, like you kind of good, bro.
Yeah, you definitely gotta, I feel like, have the confidence to do that.
Thank you.
So now you said that you turned down a lot of like host gigs and stuff like that, if it really ain't got nothing to do with like the artistry
Music
and stuff.
yeah.
I did see that you opened up for La Britney, and you said that you felt good being able to do that and show your music instead of like always just hosting and stuff like that. So what is your kind of like goals for 2020? Is it to get more out there as an artist? Have you even thought about what your goals for 2020
I
is?
swear to God, no lie, I got a poster board at the crib right now with a marker that I'm supposed to be making my goals tonight. So I don't even really know. But I will say that I want to be like more so handling like the business side of things, and definitely like I think I'll say I think that's always the goal, to be more so known for that, because that's really what I want to do. And that's why it was like the reason why I was like declining certain bags, because it was like, no, I ain't trying to be known as this host, the nigga that's trying to rap. Like I just want to be known as the nigga who can rap, but he pick up the mic and host sometimes too. You know what I'm saying? Like, because I feel like I don't want to have that negative narrative to where it's like, yo, I seen my man's doing this, so I just picked up a mic and start rapping. Like, no, bro, I was touching mics rapping before I ever touched a mic to host. So yeah, I would definitely say that that's one of my goals, and that's why I'm putting out this new project in February, because Tears was so well, and it was so dope for me just personally growing and getting over the situation that I was talking about on that project, and then let alone like just growing as an artist and opening up and being vulnerable and sharing that with people and having them receive it so well. I think I'm excited to look forward to experiencing that again and see what people gotta say about what I've experienced over this last year, and reflecting on that and putting it into my music again.
Okay. Are you able to share with us a little bit more about what this new project that you will be putting out will be about?
I actually got my first session for it tonight, so shout out Q, my engineer. I'm recording my first session for the project tonight. I got like a lot of different songs, a lot of different ideas, so I don't know exactly which song gonna make it to the project. which is dope because I ain't never done it like that before. Like usually I have like a couple of songs where I know like, oh yeah, we gonna record these for sure going on it. But this time around, I think I just been coming up with so many different ideas to where I don't know what's gonna be on there or what it's gonna sound like, but it's gonna be dope though.
Mm-hmm.
So I do have this one record called Butterflies with this artist named Kenzie. I don't know if y'all familiar with Kenzie or not, but she's super duper dope, like super duper dope, and I'm grateful to have her on this record. And it's super duper different, like it's a neo soul kind of vibe.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like singing on there. I got a rap version, and she come on there and just like kill it. So I'm so excited for people to hear that. Because I've even posted like clips on my story, and people been like asking about it and stuff like that. So I'm excited for the new music for real.
All right. And then I did see that you will be having another Nights and No Sleep Before the Dream showcase coming up this month actually, yeah, which is a day before my birthday.
Hey,
you may see me up in there.
4 days after mine.
Oh, it is? Yeah.
My birthday January the 20th.
All right,
yeah. So we're gonna celebrate my birthday there. So if you ain't doing nothing, slide through.
Yeah, definitely bring my birthday in.
It's gonna be
That'd
dope.
be what's up.
We both Aquarius. Are you big on like zodiac signs and stuff?
No, not really.
Cool, because I'm
not really.
But yeah, we both Aquarius though.
Yeah. Well, that's still what's up.
Right. Hey, you feel me?
And then let us know what is a little known fact about you.
I hope like so when we say little known, like something that most people probably wouldn't know.
Yeah.
Probably what I just said. Like I think when you see somebody hosting events, you think that they probably like that turn up, like hype, extroverted type person. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And it's like I ain't gonna say I'm an introvert either, but like I just may be a little bit more. I don't know. Like I think like I said, like my music selection might be surprising, or the fact that like I don't even really like being like with big crowds and stuff. I'm usually by myself, solo dolo. You know what I'm saying? Or just with my close friends, my small circle. Shout out my two best friends, Karan and Beezy. But yeah, like I probably would say that, and then also just like the fact that like I doubt myself more than people would think, or I question things more than people would think, or I'm harder on myself more than people would think. I don't just move and just be all cocky and arrogant the way I may seem. I know that name called Honcho, so you just think I'm just like that, but no, I'm not.
Well, I'm gonna say something is I'm not really big into zodiac signs, but they say that Aquariuses are introvert, extrovert. So basically, when they have
it's called like an ambivert or something like that.
Yeah, it's like when they have to be, kind of like outgoing and outspoken, they can be, but for the most part, they'd rather just be left alone. You know what I mean? With their small crowd doing their own thing.
Sure.
So yeah, and that's kind of like how I am too. So like I can go party and be the life of the party and stuff like that. But for the most part, I'm quiet. I'm just quiet.
Just chilling. And then I'm also kind of like, I won't say nothing, but then once you start talking to me, then you can't get my ass to shut up. So it's like, you would think I'm that quiet nigga, then you finally start speaking to me, and it's like, oh, that cool as hell. Like, I would never know if I would never say shit to him.
So how did you, kind of maneuver your way around, like, in the Detroit scene? Because I do see, I know you do your showcases, and, that's kind of how you meet a lot of artists and stuff like that. But how did you get yourself to that point to where you can have, like, openers coming in and doing stuff like that?
I think just like constantly like networking and like put myself in the right places, and also like just being real good with marketing. I feel like I've always been good at marketing even when I was young and I was doing this, but also I would say like just through the grace of God and just like through good energy and good vibes. You know what I'm saying? I feel like anybody, especially like when it comes to like somebody who's on a bigger level than me, like you ain't gonna never see me like doing the extra to be around nobody. Like my vibes is just genuine. I'm chill. It's usually a situation to where people might gravitate towards me just simply because of that. So I feel like I think it's through God. Like I just thank God for real for it. And I ain't saying that like I'm just big and well accomplished or nothing. Like I still got a lot of more work to do. But I feel like the relationships that I have been able to obtain and people that I have been able to work with has been definitely just blessings for real.
All right. I can definitely appreciate that. So do you have any shout outs that you want to give?
I first got to shout out Corey Bands because he told me I had to when I came through this thing, because he was the one who set this whole thing up. So I really appreciate bro for that. I want to say shout out to my co-host on my radio show called No Sleep Radio on Oso Radio. Shout out to Ty Rose. Shout out to Brianna B. She hosted some events with me as well. Shout out to D Wade. Shout out to my two best friends, Karan and Amber. Yeah, and new project on the way this February, dropping on the 14th. I ain't telling nobody the name of it, but it is kind of similar to Tears, so it's gonna be dope when people find out what it is and what it consists of.
All right, definitely look forward to that. We do thank you for coming out and interviewing with us,
Thank you for having me, for real.
we look forward to what you have in store.
That way.
Definitely.